good evening, my good people. Okay, listen. Amos 9 verses 13 to 15 have been going crazy on social media platforms. Nothing wrong with it. Let me help y'all because I've been seeing it a lot too. And I had to go to God and be like, Lord, what are you saying to me? So he had me break down each one of the scriptures, like verse 13, verse 14, and verse 15. So I believe I did a video on this before, but here we go again. Tell y'all, it's not accidental, none of that. Trust and believe, God know what he doing. Okay, verse 13. Behold, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when the plowman. Now, you probably say, oh, a plowman. Yes, let me give you the definition of a plowman. A plowman. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Maybe if I had took the clip off my notes where I had my pages so they wouldn't fly all over the place. The plowman. The plowman is a laborer. And it says, the plowman shall overtake the reaper. The reaper is a person who cuts and collects crops by hand. The treader, a treader is one, the treader of grapes is someone who presses grapes, usually by foot, to release their juices. Also known, they release the juices and begin fermentation. Okay, so as part of all of that, saying that, and basically I asked God, okay, so what are you saying? So God said he is preparing us for a godly takeover where what once was last shall be first, and what was first shall be last. Verse 14. I will restore the fortunes of my people Israel, and they shall rebuild the ruined cities and inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards and drink their wine, and they shall make gardens and eat their fruit. Whatever was taken from my people shall be returned, and my people shall own and build upon the land. I am, in capital letters, giving them the land that he's given you. In other words, God is getting ready to come in, and those of us that once was last shall be first, and those that were first shall be last. And God is going to take back our land, and he is going to put us back up on the land that he already ordained for us to be on. There's nothing. Let me help y'all understand. I don't care what it looks like. There is nothing and nobody that can stop God from doing what he's doing. What was his people's will return to his people. And when God puts you up on a land, listen to me. When God puts you up on that land, I want you, when you step up on that land, to pray over that land. On top of that, when you get ready to step foot into that house, I want you to pray when you get to the steps of that house. God is making a way out of no way for his people. Where people have kept us hindered, boxed in, and thought and think that they can continue to keep their hands upon us, where we stay in lack and poverty and can't go out and get things done and be the millionaires and the billionaires and the multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires, the trillionaires. It's over. But let me help you understand this. When God puts you in these positions and He gives you this money, these fortunes, you cannot squander this money on this name brand stuff, all this kind of stuff. You and your kingdom spouse are to get together and build. Whatever God is telling you to do with this money, you are to do it. Please be obedient. Yeah, a wealth transfer is definitely on the way. Verse 15, I will plant them on their land, and they shall never again be uprooted out of the land that I have given them, says the Lord your God. What God is blessing you with, no one will be able to take from you. It's God's promise and gift to you. Listen, I don't know what everybody else is giving the definition of Amos 9 verses 13 through 15, but this is what God gave me. What God is getting ready to give His people, His children, let me tell you, they know what was last. They know what they've been having last. They know who they've been having a foot up on. They know who lives they've been having their hands up on. But God says no more. No more will you hold my children down. No more will you hold my people down. Let me help you understand. God is coming through. And when I told y'all, God gave me the vision of gates, the gates in heaven just opening up. And there was massive water pouring out of these gates. The water represents the blessings. It's coming in, and it's coming in hot and heavy. God ain't playing no more. He's laying waste to land. Y'all act like y'all don't see that in His word. He is going to lay waste to lands, countries, towns, cities, and states because of the way His people have been treated. And I don't care what nobody says or tries to tell you. You better keep your eyes on God, because the next move in your life is a move of God. It is only God. And when people ask you, how did you get here? You went from this to that? How? Like, how did that happen for you? God did it. God did it. Because most of them people that's asking you how, and it happened just like that. God did it. How did you? How God did it. God did it for me. He did it. Not me, not nobody else, but God. It was a move of God. Y'all prepare yourselves. You can't really prepare yourself for this move of God. Just stay in alignment with God. That's all I'm going to tell you. You can't even prepare yourself for this move of God. You cannot even prepare yourself for this move of God. He is coming, and He is coming in hot and heavy like never seen before. That's the thing. That is the thing. The way He's coming in, it ain't even never been seen before. Y'all forget God is doing a new thing. Don't forget that. New things are on the horizon for God's people. Stay in alignment with God. Continue to flow with God. Continue to ride with Him. It is not over. I don't care what these people, what agenda they trying to push. It is not over until God, our Father Himself, says it's over.